Good morning. Ohayou gozaimasu. Aloha. Welcome. Good morning. Ciao. Ahoy. And some others. Right. Yeah. It's the morning of the morning before the night. If you can work that out. If you can't, that means that you don't know that we're up at this sort of time. Well, this is a bit late, but skipping to the end. That was like a don't know what's there. You can tell I'm not quite fully awake, which I will be soon. But it's all to go towards tonight, where the big race will be over on Ham VR. Link in description. And this is me sort of like waking up and practicing and whatnot, trying to get there. And basically you got 3 races tonight, but the main one being a championship thing is Nürburgring. Which, well, I suppose at the moment Nürburgring's not having a good time of it because there's a lot of floods out that way. So, you know, hearts out to the people out near Nürburgring and a lot of other places in Europe where flooding has happened and, you know, uprooted a load of more lives, as though our lives aren't uprooted through the last couple of years as it is. There's, you know, another one to add to the pile, which is not good. Right, but unfortunate that, you know, unfortunate. That is, I'm fortunate enough not to be there at this particular moment. And we're going to actually just have some fun there. As you can see, I've got my personal best lap up there at the moment because I've been doing a few hot laps. But we're going to change that because it's first thing in the morning and I need a little bit more adrenaline than a hot lap. So the quick race is my preferred method of getting the adrenaline flowing because, let's face it, the grid and everything else like that, it's cool. It's cool. Right. Speak of water. Okay, let's reset the view a little bit because that's a little bit off. And yeah, that's lining up with my arm properly. And feet in the right place, and then the legs sort of line up properly as well. Good. Right, set up. As you know, I normally do a setup that's just named 1 hour dry. That's based off of one of these Coach Dave setups. But today we have the Coach Kevy D 77 R01 setup. So, hey, Kevy. This is sort of like his sort of advice inspired changes, alterations, which we think the tyres are going to run a little bit hot on at the moment, so they need dialing in But we're going to try it. It's going to probably get very slippy at the moment because it's not quite there dialed in on the tyres yet. It's basically got some different things happening with the aero and the brake ducts. So that should be interesting. I'm not fully used to that to it yet, and you know. Oh, hang on. No, restart. Why is that? Here's something else that it's not got. Fuel. It needs fuel. As a setup, it needs fuel. Why is there no fuel in there? Load. Current setup. That was something that definitely needs doing. There. We've also changed brake types, but so I need 45 litres at least. We'll save that change. Okay, right, let's do this wake up thing. Let's do that. Right, I wonder why the fuel went down to that. I must have made a mistake last night when I was doing something. Oh, I love the little blip of all the exhausters firing off together there. Sound in Assetto Corsa Competizione is one of its finer points. Something that I think nobody actually has any argument about is the sound in Assetto Corsa Competizione is immensely good.
Car on the left.
Already we had a little bump there.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
What? No way.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
So we started in 16th. We're still in 16th and
Clear on the left.
alright. Time to shake a leg. Well no. That would make using car pedals difficult. Terrible line going through there. Oh, it's early in the morning, not used to things yet. Let's see where we're at. Bit of a cheeky down the inside there. As much as I dare there, the back end almost want me to slip out. That was a little indecisive of me. I wasn't sure where I wanted to be there. Back end there, having to fight that. Yeah, you can see the rear tyres are lit up. So we need to reduce some temperatures off of here, definitely. Because these back tyres are gonna fry. So we've got to take maybe the front left down, maybe 3 points, back left down, about 5 points.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
Yeah, those back tyres heat up so easily in this setup where the brake ducts are more closed. Come on, come on, come on, no.
Car on the right.
Lost a lot of time and speed because of having to fight that back into shape.
Car on the right.
So yeah, we definitely know
Clear on the right.
that that back left has to come down, like I said, about 5 points. Oh, bit sketchy. Oh, back end definitely wanted to come away from me there. Fighting that back end through there. Definitely felt dangerous. Late turn in there. Yeah, that boat leap behind me is definitely all over me there. Not the best of lines through there. Back end definitely very lively. Oh, I'm sweating a bit.
Neither has finished the race.
Darn, I hit that curb on the right there, as that would have been disastrous. And the Boatley
Clear on the right.
has gone and pipped me at the post, so I'm finishing where I was.
Just bring it back to the pits.
So this is the case of higher overall lap versus stability and, you know, ease with the car in a race doesn't always win out. Getting the highest, you know, the fastest lap time doesn't always win out. You do want the setup of the car to be consistent for you, which at the moment the tyres are not right on this. So we need to change the starting temperature of the tyres. And we're saying that that back left in particular needed to come down maybe 5 points. So yeah, let's still deal with that first back left one as quick as I can. We'll go out there, run a few laps, restart it to see if I can calm the tyres down a bit, and then see how else it performs, because it does perform okay. Able to catch the slides out of it a bit. It's about trying to get the power down fast enough, lower the aero, because they've been pulling away from me. All the other cars, you know, in the AI, have been pulling away from me on the straightaway, and part of that is where I'm laying down my power first of all out of the corners and not getting on the power soon enough. That's definitely true, though I've been trying to be more assertive on that on this particular race. But you need the confidence in yourself and consistency in being able to wrangle a car back into shape if the back end goes out of shape, you know. Because the first thing you need to do in a race is finish the race. And if you have to fight the car all the way along, then you can make more mistakes. That's why, you know, the pros get paid so much, or you know, this stuff is hard to do. Why there are not so many people that are capable of doing it in the real world is because it is difficult. Alright, we're going to hit the restart. Confirm. go to those setup. And it should already have the setup in there. Though it keeps on changing to, I don't want that on tyre set 1, I want it on tyre set 5. I'd prefer to start with a higher tyre set, and then the pit stops I know what they are from what, or you always would have one there and continually going back or whatever. Right, so there, and we're literally sort of like this left. So we're gonna have to turn that down, like I said, 5 points, because it was going up to the sort of like 30. It's 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll try it there. And we'll see what it's like. Right, race.
Stay in double file.
So I want to get in the sort of ballpark. First. And then I may have to dial it in a bit in practice tonight if I use that setup, or if I think that it's a little bit too wily for me to handle, then I would stick with the Coach Dave one, which I know from the past week has been safer, but has more problems on the straightaway. And see, even here, they're pulling away from me on the start line. Now,
3 wide. All clear. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
okay. Just being careful on this outlap, of course.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
It's one of the things I can never figure out is I can go through there so fast and yet the AI, which is faster everywhere else, is so slow through there. And yet, everywhere else they'll pull away. So you can still see them pulling away from me like nobody's business. And I definitely had that power on soon enough.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I went very deep into that. It was a bit poor form really, but... oh no!
There's light damage on the left of the car.
No, I didn't like that at all. So, I'm not sure what's going on here. If we do a restart. It's gonna have swapped over probably to tyre set 1 here. Current setup. See, it's gone to tyre set 1. We'll leave it on there at the moment. There's no wear. Hey, hello. Yeah, trying some different adjustments that have been made to setup here and seeing if we can get it in order, but a bit skittish, and I'm still having issues of getting sort of like the maximum power down and out through here. Big race tonight, of course, over on VR, which is Nürburgring. So it's all practice. And one hell of a, drive to work, as it were.
Green light, go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, come.
Damage on the front.
See, I didn't spot that. Oh dear. That's a mess of some AI. Thank you very much for the follow or the subscribe. I don't know which, 'cause it doesn't tell me whether it's a Twitch one or a YouTube one, but cheers. Alright, we're going to restart that because we can't have that get in the way of the tyre, so I'm really got to check these tyre pressures. We get to hear
Going double
that.
fire.
Get to hear the... Oh, I love it when those... all the accelerators just... Vroom! It's just wonderful. Love the sound of Assetto Corsa Competizione. These GT3 cars do sound just impressive. It's definitely one of the more involving aspects of Competizione.
Green light, show them where you go. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. 3 wide.
Sneaky.
All clear. Clear on the left.
Back end almost went out there. Oh, that was close. Right. Got to keep an eye on this back left tyre first of all. See what it does compared to the rest. So far it's still cold. The rest have heated up nicely, whereas it's stayed chilly for the moment. But we know that that's going to change quickly, I think. Keep with them.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Very cheeky, that one. Back end coming away. This is where I've got problems basically. A lot of the time in the straightaway, I am not getting the power to come down here.
Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Okay. So that back left is now 27.4. Fronts are at 27.7. Oh, thank you very much. Welcome. Thank you, that's most kind. Oh. Alright, let's get around here. So, power's down. I do love that corner. Try to carry as much speed as I can through there. Alright. Still on this straight. Foot is full to the floor as soon as I can. But it's still... I dropped too much speed off there. Back end twitching. And... oh. The pressure's on behind me as well.
Car on the left.
Nah.
Clear on the left.
No, come on.
Keep it up. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh. That was very dodgy.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
So I'm still having some issues with this car. Let's just have a nice clean run this time, see where the tyre temperatures are at. So that back right is still almost screwed it. Yeah, so the back right is overheating. We want that down by at least 3 clicks at the moment there, though the front two staying in that 27 sort of range, which is fine. There's too much on the gas through that corner. actually lost time. We'll pick up a bit of space there. So yeah, that rear right hand tyre needs to come down. Near 5 clicks. And the right could probably do with 2 clicks down. Front right could do with 2 clicks down. And it would take the back right 4 clicks down.
Clear on the left.
Front right 2 clicks down.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Whoa! Thank you. Whoa!
Car on the left. Clear on the
Oh,
left.
oh, that was, oh, that really does get the blood flow going in the morning. Wow. Yeah. So these tyres are spent. Basically, we're definitely going to do the restart business. Confirm it. Right. Whew. So, tyres. We've got fuel mechanical done. Again, it's still on tyre set 1. That's saying there's no wear on there. Can't explain that, but we're going to say, right, let's say there, we want to take it down. That's 2. Take it down 4. And take this one down 2. So now, hopefully that right side tyres will be equal, a bit more equal with the left hand tyres for heat. We'll see.
Go in double file.
Starting nice and chilly. But with those brake ducts that have been closed up, it's hard to say. It makes me feel a little uncertain. If you can't get through 10 minutes, then getting through an hour would be difficult.
Green light. Give it okay. Car on the right. 3 wide. Clear on the right. All clear.
I deserve to
Light
get
damage on the
pushed.
car.
I deserve to get pushed around for that one. That was AI do slow down really rapidly at the start there, and I mean really rapidly. So I deserved that for being too cheeky on the storm to the front there.
Stay in double file.
The last adjustments that I made to the tyres would have kept, of course.
line, green line. Go, go, go. Car on the right. Clear wide. All clear. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Right. Being in traffic in this is definitely the whole bump bit. Does make it a little bit thrilling, but they slow down, like you get that odd point because of the traffic of the AI where it kind of slows down a little bit too much.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Wrong angle. Okay. We can get up to speed now, I think, and see what these tyres are going to do. There's an Aston Martin all over me. 26.9. Rears have not quite worn up to that front left. I had to go really deep there, fighting off that Aston. Not the best line through this corner. I know that. That wasn't the prettiest either.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Dreadful. Overshot the braking
Clear on the right.
point, and I know it. Cautious there because I don't trust the AI to not brake into that corner at an odd point. Alright. So front right is now staying relatively close to the front left tyre. Porsche is all over my rear, and they're still pulling away from me on this straight.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best. halfway through. I'm not over yet.
Okay. So yeah, they're a little bit closer there. So 27. So that front right could do with coming up 1 click. Maybe. Actually, it's not too bad. I'd maybe pull the front left down 1 click. He says, concentrate too much on the tyres rather than the corner. Oh. Just managing to keep it there. You know, then maybe start shaving 1 off all round. Got to try and keep that, equalise the pit, and then
Falling behind to the car in front in sector 3. Well done, mate. The fastest
what's
lap.
happened with that front right now? It's really unpredictable on what is happening with the temperatures in here. That'll warm it up. No,
Car on the
all
right.
sorts are wrong. Gotta fight it again.
Clear on the right.
Right, that was a bit better. Get it under control and try and keep it there. Hear the understeer there. Could feel it. So, here we go.
Well done, mate. Muscle passing.
Never reaching top gear through there. And that's the wrong angle for there, but if you get the wrong angle coming out there, be really careful on how you power on coming out of there. Because otherwise you will find that the back end will slip away and you'll have run wide. Still having problems to try and get the speed up to where I want it there. A little bit of touching the curbs there. Finally, we're pulling away from that Porsche behind, so that's good. not feeling confident with these tyres though. Definitely feels like
Alright, check it flag. Good job. You did the best you could. Now bring the car back.
I've worn them a lot, and the race was exciting though. I'm uncertain whether I can use that as the setup tonight. I think I'm more confident with the previous setup though. That is fun. I do have to admit that is it's a fun setup, that's for sure. But wow. Right, let's take a quick look at we drive back to the pits, or I don't think we really have time. We don't have time to do that. We're going to go and get out of that. Leave that where it sits in the pits, or there. We're going to have a quick look at the Motec data. So, here's my last race, so we'll add that in, and then we want to get the Coach Dave one from the setups. There's my McLaren, Nürburgring, fastest one, which is a 153. There, and we're going to add that in for comparison. Open both of those up. Go to our comparison screen, and as you can see, my fastest there was only the 201. Okay, and we're going to compare that across to the 202. I've got to get going soon, so we're going to have a quick look and see, obviously, right, okay, so braking points coming into turn one. The Coach Dave is the green, I am the purple. And you can see I've broken a little bit early there, whereas Coach Dave has come on the brakes a little later, a bit sharper than me, but not by much. I let off the brakes earlier, and by more than Coach Dave, and then that little blip at the end there, and we released the brakes about the same. Throttle wise, again, I'm off the throttle, same place Coach Dave. Back on the throttle, right in the apex, same place. And good acceleration there. That's a straight, confident one. Back end there, you can see I was not confident there. Something went a little twitchy. We can see I'm putting a lot more brake on there. I need to make that a little bit more gentle on applying the brake onto that second corner, just to get the nose down a little so that you can turn into the corner right, because if you don't, if you just lift, it doesn't quite do it. So you do need to, a little gentle tap of the brake just to push the weight of the car forward so that you can actually turn into that second corner. We can see here coming out, I'm not confident coming out of the corner. It's always been one that I find very dodgy, and I find the car can have a little bit of a wobble. Gear wise, through those first two corners, we can see again, I'm the yellow line, they're the green line, and I switched up earlier than they have. And switching down, I switched down later in gears, so I started coming down through the gears later, but then we have a pretty much equal rhythm coming down through the gears, similar time there, and I've switched out the placement of where I've shifted up gear is a little later, and I haven't shifted all the way up to third gear, which of course they do the third gear a bit there. It's really shocking they managed to get to third there, so they've got to be short shifting, surely. You can see their spike on the where they've shifted there. The green here in their revs has gone all the way down, whereas my revs is kept right up here nice and high, but it hasn't really affected the speed overall. Braking points, let's go back again. So turn 3, same braking point, not too bad. Feel I did nicely there. Next turn in, turn 5. Brakes are good. You can see throttle is off in about the same place. They've throttled on, which I would normally I think do a bit of throttle on there, but I haven't in this case. And you can see like there's the acceleration point they got there, but I must have been out of shape somewhere. Would probably see that if I go to driver. So there we can see my turning angle, and we can see again which one was that. So we got brake, throttle, brake. No, not too much difference in the turning angles. I'm turning a bit sharper than they are on some. Yeah, you can see where I've turned a lot more aggressive on my steering than they have been. But otherwise, it's pretty even in the steering. There's a lot more little tiny corrections in their steering, whereas I'm a bit smoother, but they're faster, so they've got the car much more close to the limit. So you'd expect them to have a lot more corrections and cajoling and getting the car into shape. Right, moving on from there. So turn 7 through. Very bad hesitant. I dropped off the gas altogether there. Something was going on. Again, that's a little odd. So I've dropped, I've taken away the gas earlier than they have and not applied it back as soon or as positively. Brake in for turn 10. Same brake points, which is good. I'm not back on the gas as soon as them. I've got smaller brake points here, a couple of little dabs of the brake, and the accelerator again. I'm not back on as soon as them. A little bit more hesitant at this point. So I don't know what was going on with that lap. Something must be going on. And again, I've broken early off the brakes at the same point. So this is the last couple of bits of turn. So this is before the chicane. You can see come through there. We're in the same gear. We're both in third, and then accelerating out. But I've started accelerating earlier. Bit of hesitancy, and then push through, and it's not got that acceleration there, so missing out on there. You can see where I'm losing time as well, so tiny bits of time here, bit of time there, load of time there, bit of time there. this right near the end, I can be more aggressive in. So I am slower into the chicane and through the chicane than the Coach Dave set up, so there's more work can be done there. Anyhow, thank you everybody who joined. It's going to have to be goodbye from me until this evening over on Ham VR. Link in the description box down below if you want to see the fruits of the labour of this week, which may end up in disaster for me again. That's what seems to be happening in this championship when I think something's going really well. Disaster strikes, but that's racing. We'll see how we do. I don't know if I'll be racing the Kev D setup this evening. I don't know if I can risk that one as yet, because it was rather an exciting ride with it, and the tyres a little unstable for my liking. But there you go. Definitely an interesting experiment. Right, take care. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the sunshine if it's sunshine where you are. And we'll see you again, hopefully, next week. Right. Bye-bye. Auf Wiedersehen. See ya. Aloha. And Jana.